Hi everyone, Sue's Journal Adventures here again. Just wanted very quickly to show you the pile of scraps that I made last night. They were a pile of scraps, but they're not scraps anymore. I just wanted to show you because I was just stapling loads of bits of paper together last night, but I have decorated some of them just by adding little stickers or flowers, or I found a little bit of brown card and a pearl. I've added pearly doodles to some of them, but some of my pearly doodles are very strange. They were very raised last night, raised little bumps, and they've gone completely flat this morning. And some of them take forever to dry. I found some little skeleton leaves and I thought I'll use a few of them. Just adding pearly doodles or leaves, little bits of decoration. That one I just added a washi sticker and a little punched out flower and a gem. So yeah, so I just wanted to show you that you can decorate them up in different ways. And for me, these were great because one, I was using up my book page and paper scraps, but two, I was also using up bits of die cuts and other things that I kind of tend to forget to get out. That's like a little mouse or something. I don't even know where that's come from. It was in my little bits box and I'm like, I don't even know where that's come from, but it's cute. Just a sticker of a rose, just some die cut flowers, things that had been sent. That was the bit of paper bag. I just crumpled it up and then added a flower, a bit of vellum fanned out. So yeah, they're the only problem now is I have this great big pile of pretty clusters. I just don't have anywhere to put them. I don't know where they're going to go. I could do with a little box or something. Well, I'll find somewhere. I'll find somewhere for them later. So guess what we're doing today, guys? We're making things out of book pages again. It's a bit of a book page challenge, isn't it? Because we end up with loads of them. So just trying to give you a few different ideas of how to use them. So this morning we are using some tissue paper. You can get some very nice tissue paper, very cheap. So when I'm doing these videos, I also like to recommend things, not because I'm affiliated with them, not because I'm sponsored by them, but just because I'm trying to give you cheap options and ideas of things that you can use. Tissue paper you can get really cheaply anyway in some stores. Tissue paper is great because you can use it very similar to a, what do you call them? A napkin. Or what I like about it is the crinkle factor, but also I like the fact that you can scrunch them up and make a bit of texture on your page. So there's them. And then I've pulled out a few serviettes from my stash that we're probably not going to use them all, but we might do something with some of them. So if you want serviettes, now getting kind of ones like these, you don't see these very often in your local supermarket. You might see something like that in your local supermarket. I don't know. You can get them in a supermarket. Generally in Morrison's near me, you can get a pack of 10 and it's, I think they're £2.50 or £2. These were from Temu and you get a pack of 20 for £1.28. So £1.28 is not a massive outlay. The flowery one, this one that I used the other day, that is also from Temu. And I like that because it's got all the flowers on it and it's got script and flourishes and stuff like that. That's right up my street, that is. Again, that was from Temu and I think they were £1.48. So between £1.28 and £1.48 on Temu for a pack of 20. My only bugbear with that is I don't always want 20. So I haven't got a piece of paper. How can a crafter not have a piece of paper? I've got a piece of paper here. So if you think, well, I do want some serviettes, but I don't want 20 of the same one, I don't even want 10 of the same one, then search this website, Floralies, right? Floralies, they do tissues, they do toilet paper, they do napkins, it's all that kind of thing. But what Floralies do, they have a massive, massive array of different serviettes, flowers, butterflies, striped spots, fancy, really posh ones, amazing range. But what they also do, which is fantastic for us crafters, is they sell them singularly. So you can buy one serviette. So if I'd gone through Floralies and said, oh, I'll have one of them and one of them and one of them, and yeah, you can get some different ones. I think they range from 28p to about 35p per napkin. So a really cheap option if you just want two, spend 70p on a couple of napkins. I suppose 70p is a lot for two when you can buy 20 for £1.28 on Temu, but you don't want 20 all the same. So the individual option's good. And I think when I was looking on there, I saw some absolutely beautiful ones for like 30p. So it is an option if you want to do that. So what we're going to do with these, what we always do with these, and I think I just might need some sellotape, just a minute. Excuse me for popping over here, but I just might need sellotape. Sellotape, I think in America, you guys call it, what is it, Scotch tape. Scotch tape's a bit more of a brand name, isn't it? Right, this is a new one from Temu, so I'm going to try this one. I haven't done anything with these yet. But these are nice ways of just, so you can decorate your, try and bite that. You can decorate your book pages with them. You can then use your book pages as pockets. I'll save that for mopping up. It's a bit, oh, these are only 2-ply, these, which is quite good, really. You can use them for decorating your pages, and then you can use your pages for making pockets or really pretty, beautiful tags. You don't have to do it on a book page. You can do it on just card, regular card. So if you've got, I have some little tags on my desk. If you've got a little tag, you can just cover that and you've got a really pretty kind of already decorated tag. I like to do it on the book pages for the simple reason you can still see the writing through it. And I just like that. It's really pretty. So all you need is a couple of serviettes, and you don't really need much of the serviette. Usually the pattern's in all 4 corners, and a good way to separate, because they're not always the easiest things to cut. So I want it on here, and I'm going to go for, so I want it off by about there. So what I tend to do, which is an easy way to separate them, although I've actually lost my water brush, I don't know what you're doing right over there. An easy way to separate them is with, if you've got a little paintbrush and a cup of water, just go down the edge or the shape that you want it to be. I kind of want it like that, with some water, and then it just pulls away nice and easy like that. You can cut it, but to be honest, they are a bit of a pig to cut. So I'm just going to lay that on there. Something I haven't got in here, which I could do with, is I've got an emery board, but it's getting a little bit, you know, where it's not really scratchy anymore. If you've got a sanding block, when you've actually glued it down and it's dry, you can, any edges that are hanging over, you can just come along and sand them off. It's a bit harder on paper. It's easier to get it off on card. I usually use an emery board, but this one's getting a bit blunt, so I need to get myself another emery board. And my glue is not coming out of the lid, the nozzle, should I say. Don't come out of the lid, does it? Oh, can't get my thing out. Oh, gosh. Yeah, it's not coming out of the nozzle, so I'm gonna take the risk of pouring this. Which I'll probably end up with a big, massive blob. I think I did this once before and I ended up with a huge amount of glue on the page. And you don't actually really need a lot. You can use any white PVA glue for this. I don't know if you can use Fabri-Tac and stuff like that, but to be honest, I won't waste my Fabri-Tac on this kind of a project. Fabri-Tac's expensive and it's precious to me. So I'm just like, any cheapy glue. I don't know if you can just do it with Elmer's wet glue. You probably could. But just make sure you get all your little edge bits done. And then simple, just lay your serviette over the top. Rub it down. If you've got any sticky up edges at the end, where you've missed with glue, you can just go in and pop a bit of glue under them. So, oops, that's not a problem. Get a bit of glue out of there. So I've missed that big bit there. And just push it down. You do have to let them dry, obviously, before you decide what you're going to do. I've got something to stand this on. Tissue. Yeah, you let them dry. Now, you could cut that out into a tag shape and just make it into a really pretty tag, because you've got the writing coming through. That's what I like about the book page thing. And also you can use book pages for so many things. As we've seen, you can make pockets out of them, tags out of them, corner tucks, belly bands, just decorations. So how simple is that? But it's another way to use up your book pages. Make a few of these and have them ready, and then they're ready to cut up as and when and how you're going to use them. So I have got a few ready somewhere. I don't actually know where I've put them. I think there was over here, but then I think I might have moved them because I didn't want them mixing up with the other stuff. So now I'm, oh, they're here. So I've already got a few done, which I did ages ago. I think I showed these on one of my videos where you've got tons of craft stuff free in your own house. So you can do anything. You can isolate certain things. Like on that one, I just isolated the flowers, but I could then come along and cut that out and make that a little corner tuck spot, and then that one. So I just think they're really pretty. And even if you're just going through a journal and you come across a page like that, you're like, oh wow, that's so pretty. How have they done that? That's interesting. The person who receives the journal, if they're not a journaler, if you're a journaler, you know how we did it. But you could even just washi tape that in to your journal and have washi tape it at the other side and have it as an actual page. And what an interesting page that is. So I love it. They're great. And you can even work on coloured pages. I've food coloured these. They're dyed with food colouring. Now they do sometimes go a little bit crinkly. Usually you can just get the bubbles out, but just be very gentle with it, because sometimes, oops, it does tear very easy when it's wet. Sometimes I put a layer of glue over the top as well, just to I don't know, just to do it. So I'm going to do green on this one. Oh, I've just used that, and that's kind of bluey, greeny, grey colour. What have we got? What else have we got? Because I don't want to do the same serviette all the time. And I will show you a crinkle. That's a lovely one, but I don't think that'll go on there. Well, that's quite pretty. Let's try and isolate something off of there. Not quite sure what I'm going to isolate, but... Well, we've got the man in the middle and a big flower. Oh, we've got a bit of that. I think I'm going to go for a bit of that. Let me just separate a bit of that. Because it's on a green page, I don't actually really want to cut into that flower. Could use that flower as just a standalone part, really. I didn't separate it, did I? But it still worked anyway. Right, so some of these serviettes I actually I had sent to me in racks, so that'll be quite nice because she's sellotape. I need sellotape again. It's a bit hard getting the ply apart, so an easy way is just a bit of sellotape and just pull it. Oh, that looks good. Sometimes it is hard. That's a bit of a crease in it, but that's not a problem. So that's quite pretty. I don't know whether to do her on the green or not. Yeah, I think I will. I don't know what these are going to be afterwards, but the fact is, whoopsie, if you've got some ready, you can decide at a later date how you're going to use them. For me, a lot of the enjoyable crafting is getting loads of little things ready so that they're there. They're just there when you need them. I have got a big basket full of ready handmade stuff. I've got a box full of ready handmade tags. So when I do actually need something for a journal and I'm getting a bit stuck, or my crafting mojo's not that great that day, I can just go in my little stash and get something out. So try and put that down and eliminate that crease. There we go. That's quite pretty. You see, you could just cut that out as like a square and just have it, put some writing paper on the back and have it as a journaling card. So you can use them in so many ways, and it is a very pretty thing to have in your journal. I'm just going to try and get a bit more glue out on my thing because that top bit isn't stuck down at all. I thought I'd gone quite high up then, but clearly not. So there we go. We're just sticking serviettes to paper. Cool. It's quite enjoyable actually. It's quite, well, a lot of crafting is very therapeutic. When these are drying, what I tend to like to do as well is when they're not as tacky anymore, is I'll put them under some books so it really flattens them out again, because they do tend to curl a bit. Did I get right under there? Don't know. Doesn't really matter. I'll probably be cutting it off anyway. So that's another one done. And how pretty are they? You can actually do serviettes onto. I've seen this done. I've never tried it. But what a fantastic idea. I've actually seen somebody put a piece of cling film on their desk. Yeah. And then put the glue down. And then put the serviette and glue over the top. And when they peel it off, it's like a transparent sticker. It's amazing. So you can use cling film and just back it onto cling film. You don't have to use book pages. You can use paper, card, coffee dyed paper. You can use cling film, and then it kind of goes transparent. Like it's really weird, but it's amazing and it looks really cool. So if you've got any cling film, you don't have any book pages. I don't know what journal I don't have book pages, but anyway, you can do it onto cling film or clear plastic, greaseproof paper, baking paper. You can do it onto there and then just peel it off it, because the glue makes like a film, so it actually makes it look see-through. So there you go. What else can we do? Should we do another one? I was going to do something else, wasn't I? I'm just going to fold this in half. And I'm just going to show you with the tissue, because I can make this into a little pocket. So tissue kind of gives a similar effect. Tissue is, I find, I don't know if you'd agree, but I think serviettes are very small and very dainty, but I find tissues even thinner, kind of. But I like using tissue. I'll tell you in a minute, because I don't want my glue to dry, so I'm just going to stick that on there. I don't mind if it isn't all completely stuck, because I'm going to shape it and make it into a pocket. So you can do it with tissue paper as well. It does really help if you get enough glue on your thing. I think I didn't go wide enough and I didn't go high enough then, but there we go. So I folded that piece of paper just to give it a bit more strength, because I'm going to make it into a pocket later on. But you get the exact same effect. You can see all the writing through it, which is what I quite like. I forgot what I was going to tell you now. That's why I should tell you stuff while I'm doing it, because my brain just blips and I can't remember what I was going to tell you. Yeah. Oh my days, I'd forget me head if it were loose. Oh yeah, the other reason I like tissue paper, because we like the crinkle factor, don't we? We really like the crinkle factor. I love tissue paper. If you're doing like a bit of a shabby chic layering project, and I don't really have anything out on my desk to layer, but let's just say, I've got a piece of book page here. So let's say you're making a little, I don't even know what they're called. Basically, you can just layer things on top of each other. It's like making a little notepad. So you'd have some papers, you might have some fabric, you might have a piece of lace, you can put a bit of tissue in, you can put another piece of lace over the top, and then you can have like a focal point, like a sticker or something. It's nice because within those layers you've got that crinkly paper. Just layer things up and you can fold it back and just... So you could have lace on there, piece of fabric, piece of lace, some more crinkly paper, because it just sounds great when you're shuffling through things in your journal. We love the crinkle factor. I love the crinkle factor. Right, so I'm just going to another book page. Have I got a bit of a book? Oh, do you know what I'm going to try? This book page that I cut up last night. Okay, I'm just going to try that in a moment. First of all, I just want to do the other thing. And I need a piece of paper to do it, and I don't have one. Right, this'll do, this'll do. So let's imagine that this is a pocket. And we just want a funny, crumply little bit of decoration in the corner. Can you guys see me? Sorry, whoops. You just want a little decoration in the corner, but with a bit, whoops, with a bit of texture. So I'm going to put this here. So this is where I want my decoration. And then I'm just going to come along with my pointy doodah. And I'm just going to rip a bit of this, and I'm just going to screw it up first, scrunch it. And then I'm just going to stick it on. I'm going to try and make scrunchies as I'm gluing it, so you get a bit of texture in there and it's not just a flat piece of paper. That hasn't gone too well, but I think you get the general idea. The pieces, because I'm scrunching it, it's not as big as my piece of paper now. But things like that look really effective. If you've got that ripply effect, it's tactile, it's a bit of different texture. You can come along and stick a little something on there, probably not that, but you could stick some lace on there and some little pearls or something. And it's just a little bit of a crinkly textured pocket. Tissue's great for doing that, for just scrunching it all up and making it into what some people would just consider a mess, but us crafters are like, oh wow, that's amazing. So you could do something like that, just add a little bow or something, and it looks quite cute. So that could also go on to be a pocket, but I think I'll do a bit more to it than that. I always do these videos and I do loads of things, and then I think I never actually showed them me decorating stuff. So when I come on the next video, I always start by showing you what I did on the last one and kind of how I blinged them up a bit. That's why I showed you the little clusters at the beginning, because they were on the last video. I'm going to get ink all over me cutting, glue all over me cutting mat. But there we go. There we go. Too much glue on there, so I might just stick a strip of that underneath. Let's lift that again. And just, well, we can have a straight strip. I'm not saying you can't have a straight bit as well. And then I'm going to just add some lace and stuff to that. Lace, some bling, some flowers. That lace looked quite pretty on there, actually. I think that looked nice on there. And then if you just come along and add some pearls in the middle in the turquoise colour, that looked really pretty. Just a pretty little pocket. So there we go. That's it, really. So we've got tissue paper. You can get tissue paper cheaply. I love this one. I don't know whether, I wonder if I could layer two up. Oh, I was going to do something with that, wasn't I? There you go, you see. I go off on a tangent and completely forget what I'm doing. Not new there. You see, even if you've got a crease, tissue paper's hard to tear. That's why the water and a little paintbrush is a brilliant idea, because it just helps you to prepare what you need, get what you need. Where is the water brush? I'll just have it by there. So it does the same with tissue paper as it does with the serviettes. I don't know with this one if I kind of want the tissue that way, so it makes a background to those what could become windows. I think I quite like that. Or do I stick it over the top and then you'd still have that? Yeah, let's just do it. Let's just do it. I think I'd quite like it where that's showing through underneath, but then that's kind of a bit boring, isn't it? You need some on front as well, so let's just do the front. Just do the front, so stop deliberating so much. I'm just going to try and put a tiny bit of glue up there. It comes out so fast. I should really have my glue mat down. I want to get right round the edges of that heart because I really want it to stick around the heart. Oops. Because what I'm thinking might happen, oh my goodness, there's way too much glue there. What I'm thinking might happen is that the window bits where the hearts are might just go a bit more transparent, if you know what I mean. Oh, I've made a bit of a mess of this. Oh, I'm making a right mess of my desk as well. The cutting mat is to be in desperate need of a clean. I did actually get my glue mat out, and then I've put it aside of me here on the table and not used it. Right, I'm going to have to pick this up pretty quick because I don't actually want that to stick to my desk. And I'll just give my desk a little wipe. I don't want a glued desk. Oh, dear me. I'm making such a mess this morning. I really should have prepared better. But you know me, I don't prepare for anything, do I? So we've got that, which those will look really see-through when it's dry. So I'm just going to let all this dry and do something with it later on. I actually did. Is it still under here? It is. It's still under my cutting mat. I covered an envelope. Oh gosh, videos and videos ago, I covered an envelope and it's still sat under my cutting mat, flattening out. So once you've done that, again, you can just seal the edges and make a pocket for your journal with that. Somebody did actually put in the comments, oh, I can't wait to see what you do with that envelope that you covered. I completely forgot. It's been under there all that time. Weeks. But anyway, so you get that like kind of transparent bit where you can still see it through, which is nice. So yeah, that's an envelope I covered. So you can cover envelopes and make really pretty pockets for your journal, side pockets to come down the page. I think that's actually a bit long. I might fold that actually and make it into like a little booklet. Possibly, maybe. But they're just options. They're all options of what you can do. Make a little booklet, do the inside, add a few little pieces of paper. You can staple it, you can pamphlet stitch it. Great way. So, I'm sorry to the lady that said I can't wait to see what you do with your envelope. Because it's weeks ago. Well, that's what you can do with it. I just covered it and let it dry and completely forgot about it. So yeah, I think that's it for today. I'm going to let these dry and play with them later on. That I think I'm going to turn into, I'm probably cut down the sides and I'm probably going to use that as an edge page decoration. But yeah, serviettes, tissue. Let me put my lid on my glue. Serviettes, tissue, you can use them all. I wonder if I could use that stuff on it. I love this stuff. I didn't want to buy it, but I'm glad I did. Oh, my thing's not wet, so I need to go and wet this sponge, and I'm not doing that now. So I know I put it on the wrong way then. But it's great stuff, is this? It's fantastic. I think I showed you it last night when I was doing my little snippet things, clusters. It's great because it's a glitter and it stays like a glitter, but you can rub your hand over it and it does not shed at all. It's pretty good. That's called Glitter Kiss. You can get it in all different colours. I think I got mine in the range. So there we go. Serviette tissue is going very nice. Not as crinkled actually as the serviettes, but I'm just going to let all these dry out, and then I'm going to cut things out of them. Maybe a tag, maybe that can be a journal card, maybe that can be a page decoration. I need to put some under that. And yeah, hope you enjoyed that. Just a little short video on the book page series. You could literally make a whole series out of using book pages, couldn't you? I think that might be the book page thing for now, because I've got some other things that I want to make with you guys. So hopefully you've enjoyed that. It's given you some more ideas. I mean, most journalers will know the serviette and tissue trick. Absolute beginners, I hope this has helped. Yeah, if anybody wants to know any more, if you've got any questions, just pop them in the comments and I'll endeavour to answer your comments. You can add other things to them, really, can't you? Could you add stickers? Yeah, that's a really useless sticker. It's not even sticky. So yeah, sorry, I got a bit distracted then by a sticker on my desk. So yeah, you can add to them and make them really pretty and do all sorts of wonderful things for your journal. So that's it. I hope you're all having a great day. I'm having a bit of a quiet day today, just chilling. I can't do much else, can I, with a dodgy knee? I'm trying to walk on it a little bit lately, because my theory is if I've got weak muscles and that's what's caused the knee to click and tear the ligament, then me sitting about all day isn't exactly going to strengthen my weak muscles. So I'm trying to walk on it, even though it's very painful. But if you don't use it, you lose it, right? That's what people say. So I'm trying to use it. It hurts, but I'm trying to use it. So yeah, I've actually done a little bit of walking on my tiptoes on one foot. But then this morning, I was doing that yesterday, then this morning I thought, no, just try and put your foot flat on the floor. And I did, and it hurt. But at least I can hobble round now, so there we go. That's enough about me and my problems. So yeah, I'm just going to have a chill day. And so lovely, I've actually got some lunch ready for me, because my lovely neighbour yesterday, she sent her granddaughter around to say, do you like corned beef hash? So I'm like, yeah, I do. She went, oh, Nana's going to bring you some round soon. So I'm like, oh, thank you. That's really nice of her. She came round with a big pan full of corned beef hash and some Yorkshire puddings. So I just like, wow. She looked at me, she went, there's enough there for 2 days for you. So I'm like, oh, thank you so much. That's really kind. And my friends, a lot of my friends won't be watching this, or they might be watching this, but I just want to say a massive, massive thank you to my friends and my family, because without them, I couldn't have actually got through the first sort of week, because I literally couldn't walk. I had to crawl on my hands and knees, but I shouldn't really be crawling on my knee because it's my knee that's damaged. One of my friends was literally here every single day. First thing on the morning, she'd come through my patio doors, she'd make me breakfast, a cup of coffee, she'd feed the cats, she'd tidy up, wash up, hoover, put all my washing away, she'd put washing in and hang it out online. And I was just like, it's amazing if you've got friends like that. And I've got a lot of friends like that. Feeling a bit sorry for myself on Saturday and, oh, nobody loves me, nobody's messaged me and nobody cares. It teaches you to keep your mouth shut, because I tell you what, on Sunday I had 2 sets of 2 visitors. Both brought me bunches of flowers. One did washing up and made me a cup of tea, brought me the flowers. The other one wanted to do some cleaning, but I said, well, there's not really much to do because the other friend's done it. So they hoovered, tidied up a bit, made me a drink. And then, yeah, the other day my other friend came, brought me lunch. So I got lunch, and then at tea time, my neighbour came round and brought my tea. So I'm like, I'm never going to moan again. I would just feel, we're having them down days where you just feel sorry for yourself. But anyway, I've chatted too much because this was only going to be a short video. So I'll see you soon. I hope everyone else is doing okay. I hope you're enjoying your day. Thank you for all your well wishes as well, and all your comments saying you hope I get better soon and everything. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, and I'll see you soon. Bye.